Assault rifles were among the multiple firearms found by the RCMP, along with 16 explosive devices, military gear, and 11,000 rounds of ammunition. They were all things police say were part of a plot to take over a piece of land in Quebec City by force. 4 Quebec men have been arrested. 2 of them are active members of the Canadian Armed Forces. The Mounties say 3 of them were taking actions to facilitate terrorism activity.
We can think of it as getting ready and getting everything in place in order to commit the terrorist activity.
Abel says the men were planning to create an anti-government militia. She says the suspects conducted various military-style training and navigation exercises.
Survival in the woods, shooting, anything that the army would train for, then it's something that they worked on also.
One of the men allegedly created and administered an Instagram account to recruit new militia members. Abel says it was all motivated by ideology.
Being anti-government, being anti-authority, and then people might reach into racism, misogyny, anything else gender related, and then they create their own set of beliefs.
The accused appear in court in Quebec City. Marc-Aurèle Chabot, Simon Angers-Audet, Raphaël Lagacé have been charged with facilitating a terrorist activity, which carries a maximum sentence of 14 years in prison. The 4th man, Matthew Forbes, faces charges of possession of firearms, prohibited devices and explosives, and possession of controlled items. He also faces charges related to the Explosives Act and Defense Production Act, which regulates access to military supplies.
That would have occurred between June of 2021 and January of 2024 for acts that would have occurred in Quebec and in Ontario.
CBC has reviewed the social media profile of Raphaël Lagacé, who often appears in pictures wearing military gear and carrying firearms. CBC News spoke to a colleague of Marc-Aurèle Chabot, who confirmed that last summer he was serving as a corporal with the Vandus based out of Valcartier. The colleague expressed concern about comments that Chabot made targeting the federal government and then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He described those comments as, quote, almost treasonous. CBC is agreeing to conceal his identity because he is not authorized to speak on military matters. The suspects will be back in court in Quebec City on July 14.